Welcome to Ramblings of a Madman. Today, in this episode, I would like to ramble on about digital currency. Though we like it or not, digital currency is going to be a part of our society. It is inevitable because of the outreach of our technology. We are now capable of transforming ourselves into a fully digitalized money using society. So, we have to look at the ethical things and laws and the social impact that it will make. Of course, there are two sides for this. There are positive and negative things, but in the long run it seems turning into digital currency would be the inevitable outcome. But first, let's take a look at what defines as a digital currency, because in this particular room, in if you put it into Google search and search for digital currency, they will show that it is Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency. But I beg to differ, because any currency can be digitalized. It shouldn't it's not only currencies that are based on blockchain. But the best example there is will be China. In China, which has embraced digital currency a much more faster and in a rapid pace, and rather successfully, they have turned their physical currency, the yuan, into digital form, and most of the transactions, especially in cities, are now carried out by using this digital currency. It's still this currency of the country, it is yuan, but it is always transacted through uh, a, a digital phone, making it a very efficient way, a very quick way. But Western countries, the West, is a little bit skeptic sometimes to embrace this fully. In China, things are different, as well as the thought process of people are different, and they have embraced this is quite rapidly because of the efficiency of it, the easiness of it, the safety of it. So, but these are and what I'm trying to say here is this digital currency, that is digital payment that is done. Even in the Western world, we use PayPal, Skrill, and these things, and the digital transaction is actually digital money. We don't see it physically. Even bank to bank transaction is digital, but the definition in the internet for most of the digital currencies is based on cryptocurrency. And this is, I think, one of the confusions there, because if we are to talk about digital currency, it 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 shouldn't be always about cryptocurrency. Because blockchain is a type of technology that can be used to protect data, and based on that we have developed cryptocurrency. But that doesn't mean that the physical currency that we are using right now, let's say dollars, for example, dollars or euros, we can turn it into digital currency and even use blockchain as a foundation to protect those data. Well, that is the first thing I saw, because when trying to define digital currency, there is kind of a misunderstanding in the internet, in the realms of the web, that digital currency is equal to cryptocurrency, which in a sense, because there's a lot of cryptocurrency involved in digital currency world at the moment, it seems feasible. But in proper terms, I think we have to have a line between cryptocurrency and digital currency. Well, sorting out that is for other people to do in another day. Let me ramble on about then turning our society into a digital currency using society. There are pros and cons on this. So let's look at the cons of this for a moment. The first one is the mistrust. Uh, because the mistrust comes because we don't have an opportunity to have our money physically with us. This can create mistrust for sure, because the human nature is to see physical money as personal property, and it is. So having it digitally may be taking away that sense. That is one of the things, as well as this issue comes when using cryptocurrency in itself, because at the moment cryptocurrency world is battling this mistrust issue because of the anonymous people using this. They cannot track down. The mistrust also comes through, we can say, the transaction, because the world of cryptocurrency, when it was orphan and was not a pretty place, transactions were done and there's no central control, there's no authority, there's no law. So in a lawless world, let's say there were some, that we can say there have to be some shady deals statistics wise. This is one of the problems that the society is facing when using cryptocurrency as the digital currency. This is because the central banks, the government, and people of authority, the law, to safeguard humans from money that is being used for harmful things. This cannot be done because they will not have access to records. Simply the records will be not there, because the use of blockchain technology is there to produce a result that is trusting for everyone without giving out information of transaction. This, I think, is the mistrust that there is when you take it to a governmental level. Of course, there's the, as I told you, the not having the physical money in your hand will have the mistrust in a personal level. Well, the other one is if you use digital currency, let's say it is digital currency in crypto form, or a digital currency that say your US dollars, or the best example would be yuan in your account. You lost your phone, you lost your account information, that means that money is lost forever. This is also a big problem. We have heard of this story about Bitcoin skyrocketing, and people who have bought Bitcoin long time ago have no access to accounts with large amounts of Bitcoin. This is a problem at the moment that should be addressed in the digital world. And these things are cons that are very big, but the biggest disadvantage of using crypto coins, crypto money as the form of digital currency in a society would be the loss of control. In a way, people can debate that this is good, but the central bank uses some tools to manipulate the values of money to protect the economy. Though it is correct or not is a discussion for another day, another topic, but our economy depends on it. And end of the day, eh, somebody have to have control over these transactions, because if there are illegal transactions, because there are no transcript of that transaction, where how can we trace it, how can we trace that person who was using that money to harm the society itself? These are the cons of dealing digital money. But for the answer for that could be the Chinese system, because in China, because they use their own money, the yuan, they turn it from to uh, physical money to digital money. They use their own Alipay accounts, WeChat accounts to do their payments, and they have to connect those to banks to carry out those payments and transactions, meaning that bank accounts and banks will be also safe, and it will be used as general money, and the central bank will know who has done this transaction or that, will save if a country in a security wise, even when coming into tax, because people cannot hide their money and use it for illegal actions. But again, this could be turned into other side, saying, oh, this could be leading to more authoritarian way of governance. But this is the normal way of using physical money as well. So in that sense, we cannot say, oh, cryptocurrency is there to liberate us, because one of the other disadvantages is cryptocurrency has a fluctuation method level, and if a country with a strong currency embraces it, and a country with a low power currency embraces it, both of them will be on the same line right now, trying to balance their economies accordingly to the value of the cryptocurrency. This is also a problem that there is when in embracing cryptocurrency. But if we turn our own currency into digital format and use protected ways to do our transaction, maybe those cons cannot be considered, because it will be same as using physical currency but in a different form. Well, now it's time to look at the cons. First, we will we will take both the crypto and the digital together. The con is, first, number one is safety. No, simple as that. Your money will be safe. Nobody can come in and take your money because it's not there anymore in a physical form. Transactions, the second will be the transactions will be quick, because if you're talking about large transactions, if you have to pay, you have to carry that. Of course, there's the risk of threat, as I told before. Then you have to physically carry it with you, you have to have space to it, you have to attend to it. But if you're doing a digital transaction, that hustle is not there at all. Efficiency is also very, very high. Transactions can be quick, and no need to count the money from the beginning if there's a big transaction, because simply the number will be displayed correctly. If the number is wrong, that means the transaction is wrong, and how to justify it, it's simple as that. So in every single way, the positives are more. And the problem comes when embracing a cryptocurrency. Let's say if we have a currency that is digitalized, and and can be used. It is connected to central government, and it is connected to the common law, and it is a single country's currency, a digital currency of a single country, meaning that the value of the currency will be the same as the physical currency. In another sense, what if we make, for example, what if we make all the dollars digital and just use it? This is the one that is what I was talking about, what happened in China. And just by scanning a small QR code, you can do your payment in your grocery store. You can pay for your delivery, you can pay for even for your car. All the things that there will be there same as in a physical money form, but this time in digital format. People cannot lie on their taxes, but then as well as the money will be protected, and this is the money of the country itself, making it all the hustles in the cryptocurrency world to have a universal set of money. That part will be not there at all. So the central government can use the tools that they use at the moment to protect the economy when needed. This is by manipulating, because cryptocurrency cannot be manipulated as such. So then when we have a digitalized currency which acts like it's in the physical form, but illegal transactions and everything cannot be done in a digitalized world, because there will be records of the transaction. Money laundering cannot be done, drug deals cannot be done, these illegal activities cannot be done at all. Thieves. So the advantages of using digital currency is overwhelming. But the problem is there should be two topics in discussion: whether we are going to use cryptocurrency, or are we going to just digitalize the currency that we have, which is going to be an easy debate for the central banks and the government, because it always will be the option to digitalize the physical currency we have. So the same values and the same options will be there for the government when it is necessary to protect the economy of the country. But it's very hard to know what is the conversation that is going, because if you as I started in the beginning, in that when we search for digital currency, it's always about cryptocurrency. So in the Western world, are we in the West, because I say with the Western world, because countries like, especially mainly China, has this sorted out without any problem. Are we looking at that topic in just one way? Because when you say digital currency, are we looking at it through the lens of cryptocurrency? Can't we divide the topic of digital currency into having like own physical currency converted into a digital format, and another column saying cryptocurrency, and we can see the pros and cons, and then we can proceed. But as technology increases and more safety methods comes in, more easier to do transactions efficiently, we will find answers and clues for this. And then slowly by slowly we will move into a fully digitalized currency, and the society will of course benefit from it in the long term. But for now, we have to figure out what is the path we are going to take. A cryptocurrency that will decentralize all the from the government, from the central bank and the banks, or a cryptocurrency that will be centralized and controlled by the government and the central banks and the banks, or indeed the system we have right now, physical currency, but turned into digital form. This is a very interesting topic. It involves a lot of economics as well as a lot of technology itself, because there are pros and cons even in using in the digital paths when using blockchain technology as a measure of security for using cryptocurrency. Maybe this will take more topics to discuss and finish, but I was rambling on about a random thought that came into my mind while looking at the word, searching for the word digital currency, because we see digital currency only as if we are going to see digital currency as only as cryptocurrency that has blockchain as its foundation. Digitalizing currency will take a long time, because we have to understand, when saying digital currency, there are multiple options, and cryptocurrency that uses blockchain as the foundation of it is one of the options. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope my rambling gave some enlightenment or some interest about this digital currency world that we are embracing at the moment as we speak. Thank you very much. Ayubowan.